Yeah, I mean, there's so much I want to ask you because it's so fascinating for me. Maybe you can help me find this documentary. I went down the rabbit hole on YouTube 10 years ago, and it was the man who spoke 100 language, and he worked. He visited the White House during the Eisenhower, and he was like well liked, and everybody liked him. And then I couldn't find this documentary anywhere, so I'm like, is this a figment of my imagination, or?
There's these stories, Valiant Thor and
Yeah.
the stranger at the Pentagon.
Yeah.
Where a dude shows up that's super smart, says he's from Venus, and he's hanging out in the Pentagon at these things, and he's giving us all this knowledge. Two things, three things. One, it's either true or it's not. Two, he's lying. He's not from Venus or something. Or three, he's from here, or and he's lying from where he's from. But the idea of, I'll say it this way, I personally, in my own opinion, subscribe to face-to-face interactions and technology transfer and all that kind of stuff. I believe there's a possibility for that to have existed. I say this because I have pieces of wreckage from the 40s under a defense contract with the government right now. And you can look that up. If you look up Tom DeLonge, Army material, you'll see all the articles. It's the first time in history the U.S. government's talking about doing, a defense contract on purported UFO material. We've had that for a couple of years. It's being studied in like crazy ways. I can't talk much about it. But if I have that, I would imagine that some of the governments on the world have a lot more than I got, And we're not saying that this is real. We're saying it's highly, it's highly anomalous. It's the engineering on this one piece looks to be fucking crazy. And that is still looking to be the case here after having this contract for the past couple of years. They've been studying it. So if there's nothing to this, we would have lost that contract like 2 months into it, So we'll see where it goes and all that kind of stuff. But if I have a piece and it's looking to be pretty gnarly, then I'm assuming that other places have some way bigger pieces. So if that's the case, then it's easy for me to say, well, then I feel there's a high likelihood that there's been encounters, there's been conversations, there's been interactions, there's been landings, there's been technology transfers, there's been something. But I do not know, like I can sit there and say, yeah, they brought me in and I hung out with this dude that said he's from Venus. That's never going to happen. But I just think it's highly likely that something like that exists.
It's called Steve-O's Hot Sauce for Your Butthole. And if you go on Amazon and type in Steve-O's Hot Sauce for Your Butthole and order yourself a bottle, you'd be really helping me. Because right now we're ranked number 30 on all of Amazon. And if you buy a bottle, we might go up the ladder. And that would mean a lot. So please get on Amazon and buy Steve-O's Hot Sauce for Your Butthole. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.